Well, rumors that Target and Kroger are combining have now been quashed. That, though, has not stopped the experts from wondering exactly what that would look like. Our team has the answer. Now, we've got maps here that show all the Kroger and Target locations across the country. One pattern that stands out, there's not much overlap between these two agents, and the combination would give more competitors the #1 grocery store, more competition rather, to the #1 grocery store, Walmart.
The combined entity to some degree ends up looking a bit like what Walmart has done with their supercenter stores, and that's been very successful over the past couple of decades.
WCPO business reporter Dan Monk joins us now. You've been covering this for a while now. I love this headline. It's the merger with Target is unlikely but intriguing, and it is to a lot of folks.
Yeah. Well, the map that we just saw in that clip, one interesting thing is that Kroger, I think there are like 15 states where Kroger has no competition from Target, and so here the red is Target, so this would be a way for Kroger, to go,
really pick up steam.
Yeah, to go into the Northeast, which people have wanted them to do for a long time, and to really capitalize on Florida and the Gulf Coast here. So, and then if you look at the individual markets like Cincinnati, Kroger has a lot more stores than Target. So from a sort of a competitive point of view, each one would be picking up a lot of territory. And one of Kroger's big problems is that they don't sell enough general merchandise, which is very profitable. Target is expert at that. And Target has had trouble getting their groceries going, and I think it amounts to maybe 30% of their sales. So this would be a way to jumpstart that strategy.
What would that look like, though, for Cincinnati? Because we're in that part of that map that is an overlap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you drive down the street, you see a Kroger store, you often see a
In Newport,
Target.
there's one right next door to each other. Yeah, my favorite place on earth.
Right. So, yeah, I think there would be some overlap in certain markets, but the number of stores is much greater, Kroger versus Target. And you might see Kroger operating as a store within a store if this deal happens at all.
And that's if you had to put a number on it, this is not something that is likely, right?
I'd say it's very unlikely because of two factors. One is Kroger's debt. They have like $15 billion in debt, and it would be very hard for Target to pay a price and add, they couldn't do it without adding new debt, and it would endanger the bonds in the eyes of investors. They wouldn't like that bond risk that would come from increased debt.
And all I know is my paycheck would be safe, because if these two combine, there's not a shot. I'm just going to hand it over. All right, you can read Dan's article right now. It's on WCPO.com. And Dan, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.